Hello and welcome to this Executive Policy Committee for November the 14th, 2025. This is a special meeting to table the preliminary 2026 budget update. I'm joined today by members of the Executive Policy Committee, Councillor Santos, Lukes, Eadie, and Barwadi, and Councillor Duncan online, who will move, Councillor Eadie will move a motion in a moment on that.
Yes,
also,
I'd like to...
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
And members of our public service, but go ahead, Councillor Eadie.
Well, go ahead and introduce them, and I'll move the motion.
Sure. I just want to recognize we're on Treaty 1 territory, traditional homeland of the Red River Métis. And so looking forward to this brief meeting today to introduce this budget. But Councillor Eadie, we'll need a motion from you first, please.
Yes, I'll move a motion to allow Councillor Duncan to participate remotely.
Okay, that is the motion. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. And I think, Madam Speaker, I can just go, Madam Speaker, you're Madam Speaker. I just promoted you or demoted you. Take that how you want. So I think I can just go right into the matter that's before us, correct?
Correct.
First, before we have the motion, I just want to simply make a couple of comments as we come to this budget tabling. First of all, I want to thank our new CAO, Mr. Joe Dunford, for his work as in terms of his first budget, but then also certainly Tracy Graham, our Chief Financial Officer, our Manager of Financial Planning, Lisa Pablo, and the entire team, many of whom are here today in the gallery. Thank you all for all of your work. Months and months of work behind the scenes, so we really, really do appreciate your effort. And also want to acknowledge the Budget Working Group, Councillors Jeff Barwadi, of course, led by Councillor Barwadi, Councillor Duncan, and Councillor Allard. This is a balanced budget that we're introducing today. It is the 2026 update to the multi-year balanced budget, and it's a budget that launches the most ambitious capital program in Winnipeg's history. It's very much a generational budget. And the investments aligned in this budget align with the City of Winnipeg's Strategic Priorities Action Plan, which strengthen our infrastructure, make neighborhoods safer and cleaner, and improve public service while supporting sustainable growth. This budget really focuses on stability, solving problems, and making progress on projects that have been stalled for years. And I've summarized it to the media and others today with really three themes. I think this budget focuses on three themes. First, generational infrastructure investments, including the largest capital program we've ever delivered and the largest road renewal program in our city's history. Second, strengthening frontline services with more police, more firefighters, more paramedics, expanded late-night transit service, and more support for neighborhood maintenance and safety. And third, very importantly, protecting affordability for residents. Winnipeg continues to have the lowest municipal property taxes of any major city in Canada. And the property tax increase proposed for 2026 is the second lowest amongst major cities so far this budget cycle. Water and sewer rates that are being proposed are also dramatically below the utilities' original proposal. And this budget positions Winnipeg for long-term success, supporting housing, supporting economic development, and improving the services that citizens rely upon every day. With that, I'll turn it over to Councillor Barwadi for his comments and for his motion.
Thank you very much, Mayor Gillingham. As the Mayor said, this is the largest capital program that Winnipeg has ever delivered, $3.8 billion over 6 years. The centerpiece of this plan is the North End Water Pollution Control Center, the sewage plant, the most important infrastructure project in our city's history. Completing Project 3 is essential to meeting environmental standards and to support continued housing and business development in the coming decades. A few other highlights include $1.1 billion for regional and local road renewal, $239 million to purchase new transit buses, $79 million for new and renewed recreational facilities, early design work for Route 90, and land acquisition for Chief Peguis Trail extension. These investments are designed to support growth, strengthen trade, and position Winnipeg for long-term economic success. We're also investing in frontline services. 40 firefighter FTEs over the next 4 years, 11.5 paramedic FTEs funded by the province, 3 utility billing center FTEs to help reduce call wait times, 18 police officer FTEs, and 17 neighborhood action team FTEs to keep our communities clean and safe. We're also working on extending late-night transit on 11 fixed routes and 10 on-request service routes. This update maintains the city's commitment to affordability. The proposed 3.5% tax increase based on what other major cities have released so far, the second lowest planned increase in Canada this budget cycle. It's also important to note that this we have actually frozen the dividend from the water and sewer utility, effectively reducing the percentage dividend coming from that utility. Even with this adjustment, Winnipeg continues to have the lowest municipal property taxes of any major Canadian city and the lowest municipal revenues per capita. We've also held combined water and sewer rate changes to 2.8% in 2026 and 4.2% in 2027, dramatically lower than what was originally proposed. The city continues to rebuild the financial stabilization reserve following the COVID-19 period. At the same time, we are improving efficiency across departments through a new continuous improvement initiative led by employees trained in Lean Six Sigma. This unit will help reduce waste, streamline processes, and improve customer service to Winnipeggers. In closing, this is a budget that invests in services Winnipeggers expect today and infrastructure our city will need for decades to come. At this point, I would like to move that the preliminary 2026 budget update, operating, reserves, and capital be tabled and forwarded to the following budget review process as presented in the agenda.
Thank you very much for that motion. Any comments at all on the budget? Councillor Eadie and then Councillor Lukes.
Yes, I just want to mention and keep it very short. We're being very transparent this year. There's a third book that's been added to our budget release, and that book is showing to Winnipeggers what the fees and other items in that book. So people will just need to look at that and find out what's happening with the quite a few different kinds of fees that we have with the city.
Okay, thank you. Yes, appreciate that comment. Councillor Lukes.
Okay, and I'll keep mine short because Councillor Barati went through a lot of the really good points, the really good highlights in the public works, or a lot in the infrastructure and public works department. 51 new transit buses, 13 million for stops and loops. All of this is coming up next year. It is an affordable budget that's being presented for people. What I do want to say, the one thing that, I've lobbied hard for, and a lot of people have lobbied hard for, I know Councillor Duncan, you and I were down this rabbit hole about, well, just after you started, was establishing a continuous improvement office, adopting Lean Six Sigma methodologies. There's a lot of, I've been here a while now, and there's a lot of repetitive processes that occur in the city. And I've always felt that that's one area where we could really streamline it. So with the combination of an actual established continuous improvement office, with the support of AI and training, starting at the top down, I think this is huge. I mean, it's one thing to spend money, which is great. We can spend money, and we're doing a good job of it in the budget. But there's also, we've got a team of 10,000 people helping us deliver this work. And like in the strategic action plan, that was my number one priority, was to ensure that we got a better system in place so that we could streamline a lot of our processes, provide better customer service, and I'm really thrilled with the new CAO on board, and that's his background, that we're going to see some significant cost savings coming up. So I'm very happy about this.
Thank you very much. Councillor Santos.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And I echo some of the comments that Councillor, the Chair of Finance, Councillor Barwadi. Want to thank the public administration, the new CAO for all the good work, and of course the budget working group for listening to all the feedbacks and concerns as we went through this process again, like we did last year, and really excited to obviously have more dialogue at the Standing Policy Committee on Community Services, but some really good things we really want to highlight is phasing in those 10 firefighters FTEs, which would be up to 40 FTEs by 2029, to really fill those absences, reduce overtime, support training, and enhance capacities. It's something that under my purview we've been trying to work really diligently and hard on to reduce those overtime. And really good to see that we're adding new community paramedics, 11 FTEs, which is going to be funded by Shared Health. Of course, all those details will be coming down more down the line at Community Services, and some really good capital budget investments, such as the Millennium Library safety improvements. We've, of course, had some traumatic events that occurred there, and I think that is definitely a step in the right direction to ensure that our amenities, public amenities like the Millennium Library, continues to be safe for the public to enjoy. So those are kind of my interim comments. I'll have more as we deal with it in the budget process in December, but I'm happy to support this moving forward.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other comments? Okay, all right, seeing none, then I'll call the question on Councillor Brawadi's motion. All in favor, aye. Opposed, no. That is carried. Thank you very much. Councillor Duncan, will you move adjournment?
So moved.
All those in favor, aye. Thank you. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.